So hello everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming out this evening to our open mic shootout number 6 here at the beautiful Red Clay Music Foundry in beautiful downtown Duluth. There's a couple of things I'd like to let you know how this thing goes on before we get started. First of all, what an honor it is that you're here. Thank you. I love the song and I love the songwriter, and I do believe that life is in the song. And if there's not an audience to capture and bring into that story and that song by this person that's on stage, well, it makes for a bit of a hard evening. First of all, I'd also like to say welcome to the folks that are tuning in online. We have a live stream going this evening. I've been told the easiest way to find the live stream is to go to OMP Live/YouTube, and that takes you right to our YouTube channel where it'll be streamed. So you folks that are out there watching online, please comment as we go along and let us know who your favorites are and how things are going. We are in a facility that is owned by the city of Duluth, and in cooperation with them and in partnership with them, we get to present wonderful shows on this stage. We get to do things across the way on the town green. We, in conjunction with the Gwinnett School of Music, have a school that is going on downstairs that right now is based primarily on private lessons of all levels and all sizes, shapes, and colors of individuals. But hopefully it's going to be infused with weekly workshops and weekly master classes from the touring folks that stop on the stage. And that's been a dream that's been bubbling around for about 25 years in my head. And it's been just a glorious thing to watch these last 3 years happen and it come to fruition. Even though it's moving just about at the pace of a turtle, it's still moving. It's going forward. And without your support for events like this, we couldn't do it. So thank you so much for coming. And I have a frog in my throat already, and we're only starting. The whole idea behind doing these little events started many, many, many years ago. In fact, this is the 46th open mic shootout that sprung from what I started many years ago. Yep, number 46. But the idea to bring together songwriters and storytellers that tell their stories in song and in music, and have them be able to have a humble abode where they can create, collaborate, and connect, not just with each other, but also with you. It's very important, and I think there's just no way I can stress the importance of, I hope you get to know these folks. If you hear somebody you love and you just got to talk to them, find them. They'll be in this building the whole evening. They'll either be out in the lobby or in the audience with you, or they'll be downstairs in the green room or one of the practice rooms. And I just encourage you to participate in a communication bit with them. I also encourage you to make sure before you leave to check out the merch table. All of them have records or CDs or something out there that you can take home with you. If they don't have it out there on that table, they'll have a space place where you can go, and sometimes it's free, and sometimes it costs a dime or two to download their music, but you're going to hear something tonight that's going to blow you away. Every single time I do one of these, whether it's just the normal ones on Sunday or whether it's the shootouts, there's a reveal. There's always a reveal. There's always a surprise, always something cool. And I just can't tell you how excited I am that you guys are here to share this evening. Now, this is a quite long event. And I hope you can stay the whole time. I hope you folks online will stay with us the whole time. But we'll start, and if you're familiar with how an NCAA basketball bracket works, where there's 2 teams that are playing and one of them advances and one of them goes home, well, this is a very similar situation. We'll have 2 songwriters perform, and then we'll have 5 judges that I'll introduce you to in a sec, and they'll determine by holding up a number, this number right here, number 1, if they would like the first person that played the song to advance, or this number right here, number 2, if they would like the second person. And what we've instructed and asked and talked to the judges about looking at in terms of who advances and who doesn't is number 1 and first and foremost the song. The crafting of it, the lyrics of it, the melody of it, how it works, how the song works. Number 2 is their performance of the song. Can they sing it? Can they relay that information to you? Can they play their instrument such that it goes out there and captures you and brings you into the song with them? Number 3 is is literally their confidence in stage presence. And are they such a crafter of this song, and they're so confident in it that they portray that to you? Do they really make you feel comfortable that this is their home and this is what they were meant to be doing? And then number 4, we asked the judges to look at sort of a wild card. Do they really want to hear another song? Would they go out to that table and spend $10 of their hard-earned money to buy a record? Would they really want to find out more about this person? Do they want to hear another song? So that's the criteria for the judging, with first and foremost it being all about the song. I would like to encourage and remind you that when you go to the lobby, not only to buy those products that these songwriters have brought here this evening, there's a bar out there, and Sweet Pridge and Sweet Beth are out there, and we have done a scientific endeavor to study, and we know that the more you drink, the more you buy. So we encourage y'all to imbibe and take their product home with you, and just have a great evening. We also ask you to come back and see us on the back of your bulletin, and I call them bulletins because I was raised in the Baptist church. And on the back of your bulletin, there's a schedule for the next couple or 3 months. And you can buy tickets for those events this evening if you'd like, or they're available online, or there's a 24/7 call number. So I hope you'll consider doing that. There are absolutely no losers involved in this event tonight. Every single person on this stage is a winner. Every one of them. And I just know you're going to enjoy yourself, and I know you're going to hear some good music. The other thing I would ask you to do is when you go to the lobby to visit either the bar or the merch table, if you choose to use the restroom while you're out there, please be reminded that there are 2 restrooms in the lobby. They're unisex, and there is one, I repeat, 1 hole per restroom. So if you would like to go in as a group, you're more than welcome to do that. But I'm telling you, there's 1 toilet in each one of those rooms. Now, there are some more toilets downstairs, and you're welcome to visit down there if you don't want to queue up and wait for those 2 restrooms in the lobby. Let me introduce the judges to you, please, if I may. And let me introduce all of them, and then I would like you to help me thank them for being here, because they have a hard, laborious, long task this evening. We have Molly McGoldrick as a judge. Molly is probably one of the strongest and most ardent and longest-running supporters of the song and the songwriter that has ever lived in Atlanta. She probably has met more songwriters than any other person that lives in Atlanta. She's a great supporter of the song, and it's an honor to have Molly as a fan be our fan representative for the judge this evening. Well, just wait. Let me tell you who they all are, because they all deserve a huge response. Juliana Finch is the judge this evening. Juliana is one of those very talented artists, writers, that can just cross genres. I mean, she can write pop, rock, folk, Americana, jazz, rap, whatever. And she's a great representative from the artist community to be a judge this evening because of her versatility. And I'm so honored that Juliana's here this evening. Sean Mullins is one of our judges this evening. Now, just wait. Now, Shawnee Mullins is a songwriter, too. And I met Shawnee when he was going to Clarkston High School when I was working down in Decatur. And Shawnee's a very, very talented crafter. And I'm not talking about writer. I'm talking about crafter of song. And I can't think of a better representative in our community to help decide who ends up being this song that lasts the whole night than Sean Mullins. And it's an honor to have him. We have, who's sitting? Is that Kelly or Jim? We have Jim Simpson. He's next in line down there. Jim is a writer for a little magazine called No Depression. Now, No Depression started off as a folk magazine and started off talking mostly about folk music. And over the 20 years that they've been alive, it's morphed into something that really has probably its closest pinpoint on the song of any sort of magazine or any sort of publication that's out there. And it's an honor to have No Depression represented through Jim. And the last judge this evening is a fellow named Kelly Boland. Kelly is my partner downstairs in the school. He owns the Gwinnett School of Music. He has 4 locations. He's been in business for 30 years, and he has seen performers go from coming in for their very first lesson, where it was like, I don't know, to some of them now being on stages in big arenas. And Kelly is a great representative from the industry on the teaching side and the education side to be sitting on this panel this evening. So thank you Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. There will be a young lady named Lori Spear that'll be coming down this evening, as you'll see her come down, and she has the instructions to take really good care of these folks. They'll be able to order their dinner and to order their drinks and to order their whatever they need right there at that table. Now, perchance, it just so happened that one of them had to go and visit y'all in the lobby to queue up for one of those restrooms, and at the time of voting there were only 4 of them sitting there, and it was 2-2. I'll break those ties. I'll do it quickly and I'll do it immediately, and I will be the final say. It's just the way it goes. So that's what we'll do. The other people I really need to recognize: Shalom Aberly, one of the most talented sound guys in the world. Shalom will be pushing the buttons and the knobs on the soundboard this evening. We've got Corey Geeson, Glenn Smith, and Dom Maduri up there swapping off between lights and camera and doing the edit for the live stream. When the artist leaves the stage, their song that they just performed, pretty much by the time they walk down the steps, will be up in an archive on omplive.com. And we encourage them for absolutely the total price of $0. We charge them $0. We ask them to use that to promote themselves as just any way they can, however they can. And we give it to them, and it's a good product. So we're pretty proud of that. Another person that's very important is a fellow named Sean Collins. Sean's going to be our stage manager. You're going to see him show up out here right now. What Sean will do for every single artist, he brings them out, he gets them plugged in, he gets their microphone set for them, he makes them as comfortable as they can be. He'll ask them to dig in on their instrument just like they mean it, just like they're going to be playing. He'll ask them to talk into the mic. Once they're set, once they're totally comfortable with what's in front of them, then we tell you who they are and away we go.